Welcome to Weird Wednesday on BaloneyBrain.com, my friends. This is John House, or Used Toy. And joining me today is, of course, my co-host, Daryl House, or Suburban Hobo. How's it going, Daryl?
I'm doing great, John. I'm having a great week. Everything's good for you in the Buckeye State?
Yeah, the Bengals had a tough loss Sunday, but...
Could have been worse. Yeah, the Dolphins won. It's not going to be a pretty season, though. I know already. Hey, I loved your article on Baloney Brain, though, because even though it's football season now, it's this cross-season thing here that goes on. Baseball is still alive and well, and just starting to head down the stretch to where it really gets exciting. So go Big Red Machine. Are they still on that?
The hunt for the Big Red Zoctober.
Who day?
Yeah, I got that there. Got my Bengals mug.
Yeah, I got Cedar Key, Florida here.
Bengals mug.
I just did a little thing. And just because one crosses over the other doesn't mean you should ignore the other. There's good stuff going on. It's just good to be a sports fan. That's what it comes down to. Sports and beer. I love it. Speaking of sports and beer, I got a story here. This is up for UCF. University of Central Florida. That's up at Oviedo. It's a burb of Orlando. There's the headline like this. Here's another reason why football and alcohol don't always mix well. Speaking of an Oviedo cop helping out with security before the University of Central Florida's first football game of the season got several reports of a drunken woman urinating inside a parking garage near the stadium. The investigating officer found Christine Johnson, 20, of Sarasota, naked from the waist down, according to the report. The woman is accused of pushing officers away, picking fights with strangers, and yelling and cursing repeatedly while being arrested. She faces multiple charges, including exposure of sexual organs, disorderly conduct, and battery on a law enforcement officer.
Well, hey, I've got a concert peeing story that I'm not going to go into, but sometimes beer and events, not a good combination.
Been there, did that.
Well, I've got doctors accused of putting mustache and teardrop stickers on unconscious female patient. I've got the picture, but the thing is when speaking of alcohol, at some point, we've all been at a party where somebody passed out, and I can't believe that doctors haven't thought of this sooner, because it just seems like the ultimate temptation, let's just draw some stuff on patients, but the patient was not amused and is suing the hospital and the doctor and the anesthesiologist involved.
Quick, we need more nitrous over here.
But in the defense of the doctor, she had worked at the hospital for 13 years. And he thought that they had, a funny relationship.
That he could get away with that.
Yeah.
You know what? I almost sympathize with him, because you wouldn't want to do it to the girl you just met, but to somebody you've been working with. I mean, my poker guys, it's like, we're brutal to each other. The things we say and the things we do to each other, no boundaries. And I can certainly imagine something like that occurring, but doctors are held to a different standard.
Yeah.
Like politicians. Oh no, wait.
But
politicians have no standards.
Funny is funny.
Funny is funny. You can never go wrong with that. How about this one? This guy is this is up in Manatee County, Florida. I'm doing all Florida again today. It says if you're phoning your mother to admit to a crime, don't do it in front of the arresting officer.
Probably good advice.
Well, deputies say James Leo. Oh, I know why I did this. His name is House. I think he's a distant relative. James Leo House, no relation. years old of Bradenton, he did just that. While he was on the phone with his mom, House allegedly said, "I'm in trouble for buying dope and I had a crack pipe on me." The events began Tuesday night when the deputy spotted House riding a bicycle that did not have lights. As the deputy followed the man with flashing lights on his car, House extended his hand to the ground, dropping something clear into the grass. The deputy stopped House, ordering him to sit on the ground. Then he found the glass crack pipe in a grassy area. While the deputy waited for backup, House called his mother and says, "Guilty."
Wow. It's good to have our relatives in the news.
I like that, yeah. But no relation.
Well, there is a BBC documentary about a woman who woke up Chinese. She
woke up people who were Chinese, or she woke up with slanted eyes?
She woke up Chinese. There's a brain condition that she went to sleep with an intense migraine in 2010 and woke up with a Chinese accent. And apparently there's 150 confirmed cases of this where something goes wrong in the brain and you wake up speaking a different language.
I don't know when to ever leave this story. I love it. I'll have one from column A and two from column B. I like Chinese.
Well, there's
I like Chinese.
I can't imagine it. And there's been several cases. There was one, an Australian woman who woke up and she had a French accent. So there's been all kinds of different versions of this, and it's I guess a real disease, but it really sounds strange. Weird.
Like a made-up disease, right?
Weird.
Yeah, this is like the best story ever. We should write a movie about this.
Absolutely.
You know, I haven't done this movie. I just read a funny article about the scene from When Harry Met Sally.
Yeah.
You know, the scene.
The scene.
And the director, Meathead from All in the Family, was talking about he did it, and she didn't get it right quite the first time. She did it, but not great. She did it again, better. And Rob Reiner's name, he came over and he said, "Let me show you how you need to do this." And he goes through this big, huge O for her, and then he goes over to Billy Crystal where he says, "I probably shouldn't have done that." And Billy says, "Wait, the lady who says I'll have what she's having, Reiner's mother."
Wow.
He said, "I just had an orgasm in front of my mother." It's off the subject, but it was just such a funny story. I'm a news junkie. I read everything. I just love this stuff. I got a story here about a bad neighbor. Do you have
all right. I used to. I don't now.
Yeah, this past Saturday, a couple days ago, was the 1-year anniversary of us buying our new house. And I love my neighbors. I love my neighborhood. Got a bunch of good people here. But there's a couple in the mid-60s up in St. Johns County. That's up around St. Augustine. Says they thought that they had a mean kid in their neighborhood who was playing pranks because they kept finding fruit and rocks and other stuff in their mailbox. Well, the couple became increasingly alarmed when someone started leaving profane notes in the yard, and an arrest affidavit was issued. So after installing a video surveillance system, the couple identified the culprit as Bo James Baker, the 29-year-old son of one of their neighbors. When cops found Baker, he admitted his actions, explaining he thought the couple lived a boring life, and he just wanted to spice up their life. I don't think he meant to do anything. It's like booga, booga, booga. I just want to put a little zest in your life.
All right. Well, here, police detain a coconut in Maldives for potentially tampering with presidential election. The look on your face is priceless. It says it all. From the Huffington Post, police in Maldives have detained a young husky and possibly cursed suspect for potentially rigging the vote in a critical election. So far, the police interrogation has revealed the suspect is a hard nut to crack because he's a coconut. The coconut was taken into custody after police received reports that suspicious fruit was loitering near the, I couldn't possibly, but near a school used as a polling station. So the police have the islanders fear that the coconut may have been associated with black magic, and so the police have taken the coconut into custody, and it has a benevolent magician who's determined to that the coconut was fake. So it seems of all the things that the police have to do, worrying about coconuts, sorcery, and black magic is, I don't know if that's like one of the top priorities.
Down in Miami, they got a whole bunch of dead chickens down there all the time that are used in religious rituals and stuff like that. Where is Maldives?
You got me.
I think it's about 3,000 miles past the resume speed sign. It's like, I've heard of it, but I have no idea where that is.
My dad used to say it's not at the end of the world, but you can see it from there.
Well, John, it's been another great week here on Weird Wednesday with you. I always enjoy these moments we share. So have a great week, buddy, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody.
See you soon.